Y'all come on here and post y'all little sob stories. Y'all be crying and shit and be like, oh, my man doesn't love me. He doesn't take me out on dates. He doesn't buy me flowers. He doesn't respect me. He doesn't think I'm pretty. I think he might be sleeping with someone else. He doesn't take care of our kids. He doesn't watch them. He doesn't babysit. Oh my goddamn, cheat on him. Cheat on him. What are you waiting for? Permission? I bet he's doing this. Cheat on him. What does he deserve your loyalty? What is he doing right now that deserves you to be sitting at home crying, making TikTok videos instead of out with someone that looked like Michael B. Jordan? Right now. Your local bar is 7 niggas right now that are interested in you personally. Cheat on him. Damn. Fuck him. Damn. What you want me to do? Fight him? Cheat on him. Get out of there. What are you waiting for? Time is ticking. You don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow. And you're sitting over here crying to him, well, I don't know what to do. Cheat on him. Now. The hell? You teach him a lesson he will never forget. I don't have a villain origin story, but over time, men have said some things to me that have really made me want to dog their ass out. And so I'm going to let y'all know what those things were. Okay? So we can discuss it so it doesn't happen to you. Number one, I was dealing with this guy one time, right? And he owned a club. And I went to said club one time and I got really sick. Not because of the liquor. I just got really sick for some reason. And so we had went to the after party. And while I'm sitting at the after party waiting for my friends to want to go, I just was like, I just can't stay here anymore. Like, I don't feel good. And so I go up to him and I'm like, hey, can you take me home? And he was like, oh, can you just order a Uber or something? And I was like, no, I don't want to spend extra money on an Uber. And he was like, well, I'll order it for you. And I was like, no, can you just take me home? Because I didn't want to be around anybody else. And if something happened to me, because I didn't understand why I was so sick. So if something happened to me, I didn't want to be in the care of strangers. And so he was like, oh, you're not my responsibility. I'm not gonna lie. That's top 3 things that a man has ever said to me that ever made me want to dog him the fuck out. Like, that is actually very, 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 very hurtful. Like, what do you mean I'm not your responsibility? Then what am I? What am I? Number 2, one time this guy asked me to come over to his house and I was like, I'm not driving right now, so can you order me an Uber? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he ordered the Uber. I went to his house. I was like, yeah, we were talking. I was like, yeah, I gotta go to work in the morning. So we were all aligned. So in the morning, he went downstairs. I went downstairs. It was time for me to go to work. I started putting my stuff on and I was like, okay, can you go ahead and order the Uber? And then he started going off saying blah, blah, blah. He picked up his phone, so I thought he was ordering the Uber. So he started talking about something else, whatever. And like 15 minutes passed and I said, is the Uber on the way? And he said, oh, I was telling you, are you able to get yourself home? If I don't order the Uber, can you get yourself home? I didn't get myself here, fat neck. Why would I need to get myself home? Mind you, he owns a restaurant with franchises all over the world. But I have to order my own Uber? Why didn't you say that was a part of the plan before I came over here? He's never seen me to this day. I don't play like that. I don't get down like that. Why would I need to order an Uber home when I didn't order an Uber to your house? What if I just moved in? How about that? What if I just don't ever leave? Bum. So y'all remember that story I told you about me fighting the bouncer at the club after I got into a little altercation with the dude I was talking to and the girl he brought to the club? So after that, he stopped talking to me for a while. And then when I finally got him on the phone and we were discussing it, he goes, oh, I felt like you were acting like you had something to prove. It's just, for me, it's the subtle things that make me really lose my mind. I felt like you have something to prove. Who is you? I'm just drunk and I want to fight. It wasn't even about you, boo. It wasn't even about you. Like, what the? Okay, last but not least, the one that I credit the most for my villain origin story. I was talking to this guy. We had started talking. We were talking for a few months, you know. I really was like, okay, I like him. Like, he was very attentive. He had a great job, a couple businesses, and everything was going well. I met his friends. I would meet him out at different clubs and parties and stuff, and we would hang out. He was older, and I was like, yeah, I really like him. And so one day we went to the club and we were sitting down, and I don't know if somebody threatened to tell or something, and this is why he thought this was a good way to tell me. But we were sitting down. I was looking at him, you know, just starstruck like my little young dumbass would be. And he looks at me. He goes, do you know that I'm married? How would I know that if you didn't tell me? After months of staying a night at my house, going out on dates, meeting each other's friends, do you know that I'm married? Do you know that I've always wanted to try out how jail feels like? Do you know that I used to beat on niggas when I was younger? Because I feel like if you knew those things, you wouldn't have said that. But that's not all. He then follows it up with, do you know that I have a kid on the way? Oh, and let's not forget Mr. Sleep in Your Car. That was just a little while ago. But I obviously handled that very well, as he has not heard from me or my car to this day. Okay, I don't get down. Some things you don't even have nothing to say to. You just have to say, yeah, boo. Yeah, boo. You're gonna have to see me in another lifetime. But for people asking about my villain origin story, I don't have a specific villain origin story, but if you take all those, combine it together, that has created the woman you have seen today. Okay? I blame it on the men. I blame everything on the men. Okay? That's not my problem. That's not my problem. This man texted me today and said, am I getting nice Niani today or me Niani today? I said, am I getting big back Tony today or flat wallet Tony? I'm not arguing with no man whose Cash App is his primary bank account. Then he talking about some, oh, well, I'm going to just stop texting you if it's going to be like this. I ain't no flyers out there that say text Niani for a good time. I'm not running no specials. This is not no call center. This is my phone. Excuse me? Do I look like I'm hosting a pay it forward extravaganza? Do I look like I'm hosting a big kindness birthday bash? I don't care what you think, ho. You knew I was like this before you texted me just now. That's why you asked if you was going to get nice Niani or me Niani. I would have been nice until you opened your mouth. I was preparing to be nice. I've had a good day. And then you opened your big, fat chompers to irritate me. And now you're wondering why you're getting the bear. Why am I getting... Well, maybe because you bothered me. I've been nice Niani all day. And then you just had to bring your fat neck in here and ruin it. This is on you, boo. This is on you. I should charge you for this. There should be a fee for pissing me off. Then he talking about some, oh, we gonna try this again tomorrow. No need. My answer is gonna be the same, yo gabba gabba. You think it's gonna change? Now I remember you're pissing me off. I don't even know if you're gonna get an answer tomorrow. I'm gonna text my phone to bother me and shit. I just saw a TikTok that said people are lonely in record numbers. Is that true? Not me. I got 5 niggas. I'm working on my 6th nigga. Tell me, y'all. Are y'all lonely out there? Do y'all need to borrow something? Let me know. I can do a rental policy. You know what I'm saying? These are very well vetted. Okay. They were able to comply with my very strict demands, my very moody mood swings, and my very rich appetites for all things materialistic and food related. So y'all let me know. I'm willing to do a Google form, and I'm willing to rent out for a fee. For a fee, of course. I'll be wrong if I didn't capitalize off this, but you know, I hate to hear the news that y'all out here lonely, but I got a gang full of niggas in the back. So y'all let me know if y'all need to borrow something, because I'm willing to work with you. No payment arrangements, no payment plans. I'm sorry. The economy is bad. No payment arrangements, please. Have my money on time. I'm on the phone talking to this man. He's talking about we should go out this weekend. And I was like, yeah, sure. There's this restaurant that I've been going to. I was going to go on my own, but we should go together. He was like, okay, bet. Make the reservation. And I was like, what? I said, you can make the reservation. You got to put your card down for the reservation, though, just in case you cancel. They charge you 50% of, I don't even remember what the amount was. And then he was talking about I thought you were paying for it. What if I whooped your ass for payment? Do you accept ass whoopings for a payment? A reservation, nigga? Like, are you fucking... Boy. Oh, my God. I gotta... Anyways, I asked my other man, and he's gonna take me this weekend. Because what? Do I look like the kind of bitch that would buy a man a dinner? I wouldn't buy a man a small fry. Especially not one that's not my man. My man might get a small fry and a 6-piece nugget. But you, sir, are not my man. And you are the one that brought up going out. Okay, so these are all the reasons that I blocked a man in the last 7 days. I'm not at my house because my AC is broken. So pretend this is my iPad. This is a receipt. Number 1, I asked this old ass man, literally, he's not that old, but he's old to me, for gas money the other day. And he said, oh, I have to put the money on my Cash App. I'll send it to you tomorrow. Number one, is your Cash App not connected to your bank account? Number two, I waited 24 hours for him to send me $40. Blocked. Where am I going? Down the street? And then had the nerve to text me off of a different number and say, what are you doing today? Not driving anywhere, that's for damn sure. The hell? Do you not get the vibe? Bye, bitch. I was heading to a date with this guy, and I asked him how long he thought the wait was going to be, because the place we were going, you can't reserve anything, and the wait is usually long. So I said, how long do you think the wait is going to be? And he said, we'll see when we get there. Blocked. I don't know, that just seemed aggressive. Clearly, we'll see when we get there. I'm asking you, boo. Blocked. Didn't even go to the date. He's probably very confused to this day. That was yesterday. He's probably very confused on why he got there and I wasn't there and he couldn't contact me anymore. Who are you talking to? Who the hell are you talking to? Who the hell are you talking? No, just kidding. Anyways, so I was going to have to go on, and I was going on another date with another guy earlier on in the week, and I asked him to pick me up because I don't do no driving, especially not on no dates. Like, I hate driving, especially in Charlotte, and you will come pick me up. And he said, I can't pick you up. My car is having issues. It'll cost $2,000 to fix. Blocked. First of all, I don't care about your financial difficulties. I didn't ask what your financial difficulties was. Second of all, I don't care. I need a man with a plan. Rent a horse, get your ass over here, pick me up. Like, what are you saying right now? Because you're definitely not saying I'm going to come pick you up and take you on the date. A man has never been in my passenger seat. So I'm assuming you got a ride to the restaurant. Tell your ride to come pick me up. I don't care. Yes, I have a car and you clearly don't right now. That ain't none of my business, boo. You need to rent a horse, come pick me up, get a 2-seater bicycle, something, make some shit shake. The fuck? You sitting here talking about, first of all, financial difficulty. Second of all, you're not a man with a plan. Bye ho, blocked. Anyways, I was talking to this man, and over the last couple weeks, he keeps complaining about his job. It's giving, you're not where you want to be in life, blocked. Men who are not where they want to be in life cannot speak to me because they are angry, they're aggressive, they're volatile, because they are consistently stressed and pressured by the fact that they are not the man that they want to be. And when he becomes the man he wants to be, he gonna get him another bitch. Bye ho. Because it's giving you're not where you want to be in life, which is probably because you're not where you want to be in life financially. Because if your job was paying you well, you wouldn't be on my phone complaining about it. Meaning you don't got that money on and you're stressed out. You're not going to be hitting my head between the washer and the dryer, boo. You gotta go and take your financial difficulties with you. None of that stress over here. I feel like you jinxing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing okay. I don't need no nigga coming over here with his financial difficulties and rubbing off on me. Now I'm having financial difficulties. Hell nah. A big way that I know if a man is for me or not is if he listens to the absolute bullshit that I have to speak about. Like, as soon as you get home from work, I'm gonna tell you about the Cardi and Samara drama on TikTok. As soon as you get home from work, I'm about to tell you about the new Wendy Ortiz drama, the new, I don't know. I got stuff to say. I got stuff to talk about. I'm going to tell you about how Taylor Swift just got married, engaged, I'm going to tell you about my proposed hairstyle for 4 weeks later. I'm going to tell you about how my weight loss journey is going. I'm going to tell you about the 2 outfits I just ordered. Do you think this would be cute? I'm going to show you what do you think? Any tips? Bag, purse, shoes. What do you think should go with it? I'm going to tell you about my food plans for the next, that's not even going to happen for 2 weeks later. I'm going to tell you about what's going on with my friends, what's going on with my family, what's going on out. I got shit to say. I'm going to tell you about this new couch I want. I'm going to tell you about this new procedure I'm thinking about getting. And if you're not super locked in interested, you're not the man for me. If you go, oh, that's cool, while you're flipping channels, I'm going to get me a new nigga because you're not clearly interested in what's going on up here. The medulla oblongata. I don't know. Anyways, exactly. You know what? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to listen to what I have to say, I'm not trying to listen to nothing you have to say ever. You know what I'm saying? A real good, sign that a man is for me is if he's sitting there like, yeah, tell me more. I can't believe she did that. And then what happened next? You know what? You can't fuck with her anymore. Exactly. And don't be like, well, what about your friends? I'm going to call them after this. But this is me and you time, boo. You getting the best of me right now. What the fuck? Every time I post a video, it's the bitch in the comments talking about, but if a man did this, oh my God, whose side are you on? Whose fucking side are you on? I'm trying to get back for decades and centuries of mistreatment. Each time I'm saying, if a man did it, but he didn't. My bad, sister soldier. I'm sorry I offended you. You know how I know I'm a real girl's girl? Never ever have I thought to fix my lips and say, but if a man did that, he'd be wrong. I've never said that. I don't give a fuck what a man do and don't do. Who cares? Why is it always man? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Isn't it time you die? Ooh, I just got the chills. Oh yeah, from his float, not your speech.
Sorry, why is this 4-year-old speaking to me?
I'm 10, you bald bastard.
I feel like the men are getting more and more delusional every freaking day. Okay, so I went on a date with this guy, and then as we were leaving, he was walking me to my car, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to come back to my place?" And I was like, "No, I'm full. Like, I already ate. Like, I don't need to go back to your place. The dinner was about dinner. No, there's no dinner at your house, so I'm not going." So he then texted me. I got in my car, I drove off, and as I get down the road, I get a text message saying, "Come on, you know what time it is." So I'm looking over my shoulder like this man about to pop out my back seat. I'm like, did he put a tracker on my car? Is he following me? Like, that was a very ominous message. So I text back and I said, yes, time for me to go home. To which he responded and said, we're grown. To which I said, of course we are. If we were children, this conversation would be inappropriate. Like, I don't understand what they mean by we're grown. Of course we are. You just asked to sleep with me. I would hope so. And then he responded and said, let's make a baby tonight. To which I thought, ew, but to which I said, question, why are poor people always trying to procreate on a whim? To which he said, who's poor? I said, I'm not saying it's you, but only one of us pulled out their CashApp card to pay for dinner. It's definitely not getting rich, boo. Excuse me, but... So he then said, I lost my credit card somewhere in my house. I'm waiting for a new one. So I said, at least it'll be easy to find in that 1-bedroom shack, because I saw it and I'm not impressed. And why would you think I would want to go in there? Slavery is over. I'm not visiting no plantation to go see no man. What is this? Okay, you don't have to live like this anymore, sir. He said, I just wanted to F, so if that's not happening, we can end this conversation. I said, conversation, the end. Then he just said, I bet if I sent you some money, you'd come. I said, try it and see. Nothing beats a failure but a try. You never know. The answer is no. It doesn't matter. Send me the money so I can block you. And honestly, it's like, this is my lucky day, right? You know what I'm saying? The 3 things that I love the most: free food, the end of stupid conversations, and money. Like, I don't know. Don't threaten me with a good time, okay? So he then says, not worth it. I said, worth it not. Because if we're going to have a dumb conversation, I'm going to give you dumb answers. Stupid conversation, stupid answers. Not worth it. You're asking me, boo. You're asking me. Actually, you're begging. You're trying to coerce me into going to that 1-bedroom shack and sitting down on your thin-ass mattress with your one pillow and your thin-ass sheet and your little rug that's slipping all over the floor with the creaky sounds, so I can sit up in there and do what exactly? Teach you about opening a real bank account? He said, you're childish as fuck. That's a turnoff. I would like to say that this is the longest ending of a conversation that I've ever had. I don't know if this is his outro or what, because he said the conversation was done a few messages ago. So anyways, he said, you're childish as fuck. That's a turnoff. I said, being that you're 78 years old, I can see how you might come to that conclusion. To which he said, I'm 39. I said, no need to lie. There's nothing wrong with being 86. To which he said, I could outperform any of the other men you're talking to on any day. To which I said, I love that you're still competitive at the age of 98. What 39-year-old you know uses the word outperform in a casual conversation? I just don't think that comes up very much. And you're trying to convince me that you're 39? No, babe, you're 106. I don't know why you're on my phone lying like I don't have my own eyes. I have a left one and a right one. I can see what's going on here. You're a liar. Which he said, I see you're very disrespectful. I said, bye, ho. Actually, I'm just tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I got a full belly. I'm full. I'm finna go take a nap. To which he said, I have not called you out of your name. Please address me respectively. And I thought about it and I said, you're right. That was out of line. I should not have done that. So I responded. I said, excuse me, Mr. Cash App card. I'm done with this conversation. Goodbye. And then I blocked him, so I don't know what he said after that. But I just feel like if you're going to coerce me to try to come over to your house, at least be nice about it. Like, you're going to be mean and try to get me to do something for you. But it was going to be a no either way, but at least I might have thought about it for a millimeter of a second. The reason that men are scared to give you money or don't want to give you money when you ask for it is because they think that, oh, if she asks for $40 today, she going to ask for $100 tomorrow. They don't know that we know that they're broke. They think that in our minds, this man has money for me to ask him for money every day. They think somehow they believe that we are unable to tell that they're broke. You know what I'm saying? In their minds, oh, if she asks me for $100 today, next week she gonna ask me for $1,000. Bitch, I know you don't have no $1,000. Why would I ask you for something I know you don't have? Is this a prank or? They're scared about being asked for money they don't even have. Your bank account is negative 72 cents, sir. Are you out of your mind? Somewhere right now is the man reading a text message, playing it again, talking about some, I'm not finna get that bitch no $100. Tomorrow she gonna ask me for $500. You don't have $500, Darnell. Why are you worried about it? Tell her you don't have it because it's true. Just can see that you don't have no money. Why would I ask you for money I know you do not have to give me? Make it make sense, clock it, boo. It's gonna be $20 today, it's gonna be $20 tomorrow. I know you don't have no money or else I would have asked you for the $500 the first time. You know what I'm saying? And then talking about some, oh, she's trying to take advantage of me. You've asked me to sleep with you 32 times since I've met you and we've known each other for 4 days. Who's trying to take advantage of who? The only difference between me and you, because you're trying to take advantage of me, I'm trying to take advantage of you. The only difference between me and you is you don't have anything valuable to barter with. That's not my fault. Take it up with Jesus if you're mad. If you want to be a little girly pop, take it up with God, okay? I don't want to assign the genders. I just play by the rules. You gotta say. Hi, Pookies. I remember to say it this time. Okay, so I posted something on Snapchat the other day, and I was basically being like, I want to get a new car, but like I don't think I should be doing that right now in this economy. And this man slid up and said, I own 3 cars. Which one do you want me to pick you up in? So I said the Bentley. He said, I don't have one of those. I have a Porsche, a black truck, and a BMW. I said, oh, never mind. Not my qualifications, boo. I don't like none of those cars. Thank you for trying. Play again later. Okay, play again another time. So he then said, all of my cars are 2022 and up, 100% paid for. I said, oh, that's adorable. I have a nephew who is autistic and has the same obsession with cars. He said, cool. He said, cool. These are grown man cars, though. I made 6 figures this year already with my business. I said, oh, I'd love to hear more about your small business. Wait, I'm sorry. I said, I'd love to hear more about your small business. It's good to start having hobbies as you age. It keeps your mind sharp. He said, I'm not old, LOL. And my business has a large consumer base around the world. Ooh, that's a big word for Elmo, huh? Consumer base, big word for Elmo. I said, that's great. You're so close to buying that Bentley then. He said, I could buy 2 right now. Fuck you talking about? Oh. Well, excuse the fuck out of me. I'm just the bitch that don't know what they talking about. I'm just the bitch that saw you posting in a car that had cloth ceilings last week. Tell me which one that was. Was that the Porsche, the truck, or the whatever the hell he said? Because I don't think none of those cars got cloth ceilings, boo. But hey, what do I know? So he said, I could buy 2 right now. Fuck you talking about? I said, exactly. Shoot for the stars in case you fall short. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, I mean, it's good to have unrealistic goals so you have something to work towards. He said, you're trying to little boy me. I make more money than you can even imagine. One date with me and you'll be blowing up my phone. This is where he started to get mad. No, I think he started to get mad at I could buy 2 right now. Fuck you talking about? That's where he started to get mad. So he said, one date with me and you'll be blowing up my phone. I said, you're so funny. LOL. Okay, Mr. Ladies Man. I'll let you get back to your little business and your cars. He said, when are you going to let me take you out and show you how a real man behaves? I said, never, baby, never. Take me out. First of all, I don't date liars. Second of all, I don't date grandstanders. Like, what are you trying to prove to me that you have 3 cars? Whoop-de-doo. You have a lot of debt. Congratulations. I don't want no man that makes poor financial decisions. It's not a good look. Thank you, bye.